Well, we at Wheaton Christian Reformed Church talked recently about grace and how hard it is to remain surprised and amazed by grace, how we take grace for granted and want to live a life of common sense and not by grace, this surprising, amazing gift of God. And so I asked a couple of guys to design this machine that's behind me to help demonstrate grace. So this could be called the Gospel according to Rube Goldberg. We start on this end at our birth with this rock that represents original sin, this sin that's present in our life already at the beginning. It's kind of ugly, pretty heavy. It's there at the beginning. And we end on this side at our death with a pitcher full of red juice, which represents our blood, the shedding of which is the just punishment for our sin, this beginning sin and also the sins throughout our lives. And this is the inevitable result of a life of common sense, a life that follows of action and reaction, a life that begins in sin and ends in death. So we're going to start at the beginning, at birth, and we'll watch this life unfold. So at the beginning here, this sin sets off other reactions. See it going up, and gravity, which drives this machine, it's like that sin, oppressive sin weighing on us. These marbles are like the particular sins of our lives that weigh and weigh down. Pretty soon our life unravels. Every one of these actions has a consequence, every result of something that we've done until it leads towards this inevitable end. Until the cross comes in. And that's grace. This undeserved gift from outside our system that stops our progression from sin towards death and stops us at the cross. This grace is that free gift of God that does for us what we can't do for ourselves. And so our blood doesn't have to be spilled. Of course, ours doesn't, but Jesus' blood was spilled so that we may have this gift of grace. And so grace is free, but it's not cheap. It costs Jesus something, and for this, we're grateful to Jesus, our Savior, for this amazing and surprising gift of grace.